Hello and a very good evening. You're watching the MAMI TV English News Bulletin. I'm ALBINA RIAMEI. Chief Minister Annexation has inaugurated 2 open gyms for public, including one at Thangmeiban Cheirauching and another at Merzing Polo Complex, Hengang today. The open gyms were installed under the Chief Minister's Indigenous Martial Arts Academy, Manipur, with the support from the government of Manipur. Speaking on the occasion, Annexation expressed satisfaction at seeing the equipment and machine installed at the site. Stressing the need for proper maintenance of the open gyms, he instructed the Superintendent of Police Imphal West to deploy some security personnel to guard the open gym at Cheirauching. Gym trainers who were present at the site also demonstrated the use of the gym equipment to the Chief Minister. MLA of Thangmeiban Assembly Constituency, Khumukcham Joy Kishan, Chief Secretary Dr. Rajesh Kumar, Additional Chief Secretary V. Vullumang and Director of Tourism W. Ibohal were also present at the inaugural event. After inaugurating the open gym at Merzing Polo Complex, the Chief Minister inspected the ongoing installation work of the statue of Sagol Kangjay player at the complex. He interacted with the concerned engineer and contractor and instructed them to complete the work by first week of November this year. Later, he also inspected the ongoing construction works of Manipur Police Headquarters and Civil Secretariat at Mantri Pukre. Chief Secretary Dr. Rajesh Kumar and Additional Chief Secretary V. Vullumang accompanied the Chief Minister during the inspection. A man who reportedly misbehaved with a girl student in broad daylight has been arrested. The accused has been identified as Haubam Ibomcha, age 43, of Lalambung Makhong Takhelambam Laikai. Taking to Facebook, Chief Minister Ann Birain has warned that any person involving in such heinous crime will not be spared and maintained that state police is swift in responding to these crimes. According to police report, following a social media post which was circulated widely today on Facebook and Instagram, in which a mid-aged person who came in a two-wheeler sexually assaulted a girl who was going for tuition at Kaisampa Thiam Laikai. A combined team of Imphal West District Police, led by Additional SP, Crime Against Women, Ratana, Imphal Police Station Team and Cyber Cell Imphal West, under the supervision of Superintendent of Police Imphal West, launched a manhunt. After examining the videos, CCTV footages, minutely and through other sources, the police team identified the accused person. Immediately, the team rushed to Lalambung area and arrested Haubam Ibomcha from his house. He has confessed to have committed the crime. A suo moto case has been registered at Imphal Police Station for taking necessary legal action. The state government has drafted the Manipur liquor regulation policy to eradicate unlawful distillation, transportation, possession, consumption and sale of illicit liquor and to generate revenue of the state. According to report received by media persons, the draft will not allow the sale of IMFL, FMFL country liquor except at the outlets licensed by the government and managed by a government agency or license holder. License for sale or serving of liquor will be allowed at specified hotels and tourist spots having minimum facility at least 20 rooms and hygienic conditions. No liquor will be sold or served to individuals below 25 years of age. Minimum distance about 100 meters from national highways, hospitals, educational institutions and places of worship will be ensured, it added. Dry days at least once a week and on national or state holidays or any day fixed by the government will be implemented. To ensure safety standards through FSSAI certification and scientific method of manufacture and putting in place a strong enforcement mechanism with enhanced revenues, Police and Excise Department promotion of awareness among the people about the harmful effects of liquor and intoxicating drinks through IEC, information, education and communication activities. Support organizations working towards such public awareness and establishment of rehabilitation centers are also included in the draft. Revenue from sale of local brews outside the state, revenue from excise duties from liquor, and a certain percentage of revenue generated, about 10 to 20%, can be set apart for employment generation schemes and projects for women and youth in the state, it added. In a move to do away with the ambiguity and financial vagueness of promises made by political parties in their election manifestos, the Election Commission (EC) on Tuesday proposed standardized pro forma to be added to the Model Code of Conduct (MCC) by way of amendment to bring clarity to the process of declaration. This will ensure that the parties have the means to sponsor the changes and voters are aware of the financial ramifications of the electoral promises, the poll body said. EC has written to all recognized national and state political parties seeking their views on the proposed changes. The statement comes a week after Prime Minister Narendra Modi opposed the Rivari culture under which votes were sought by promising freebies. The issue is being debated between BJP and opposition and discussed by the Supreme Court. The poll panel proposed the inclusion of Part 8 guidelines of election manifesto of MCC in pro forma to be added in Model Code of Conduct. The step will check the ambiguity and financial vagueness of promises made by political parties in their election manifestos to the voters. Besides, it will check whether the state and the union government will be able to manage the financial situation. The observance of 67 Wildlife Week kickoff at Tenta High School today, organized by Thoubal Forest Division in association with Joint Forest Management Committee, JFMC. The FO of Thoubal Forest Division, T.H. Lokendro, Range Officer, Thoubal Range, S. Samungo, Deputy Ranger Muhammad Aslam, member of JFMC, Tenta Laimuzam Ratan, and Headmaster of Tenta High School, Muhammad Nasir Khan, were the main guests at the opening event of the observance. Delivering the chief guest speech, the FO Thoubal, T.H. Lokendro, stressed the joint efforts of clubs, organizations, and the people in protecting wildlife and stated that forest staff alone cannot protect and conserve wildlife. He reminded that poaching of wildlife is punishable with 3 years of imprisonment and a fine of Rs 25,000. Stating that with the onset of winter season, migratory birds will start visiting the state, he appealed to the people to spread awareness on protection of wildlife. Imphal-Jiribam Road has been cut off following a massive landslide between Saizang and Cortland Village along Imphal-Jiribam Road in Nonne district around 8 this morning. Goods-laden trucks, passenger vehicles and other private vehicles have been stranded owing to the landslide. Works are reportedly underway to clear the landslide debris using excavators. Meanwhile, authority concerned has advised vehicles coming from Imphal and Nonne side to use alternative route via Tupul to Bisnupur. Rural Areas United Club Organization, RAUCO, has warned of blocking roads including the Asian Highway 102 if the state government does not repair the road from Usoipokpi to Lilong Turel Ahanbi leading to Bailey Bridge in Thoubal district by October 10. Spokesperson of RAUCO, Muhammad Rizaz Yudin, said this while inspecting the road with media persons. Addressing the media, Riazuddin said the authority concerned has neglected a 1.5 kilometer stretch of road for a long time now. He condemned the district administration for ignoring the road, which is an important part of the highway connecting SDO office, Lilong Haureibi College, Thoubal DC and Imphal. He said that many auto rickshaws ply along the road and that some have even lost their lives while trying to reach hospital due to the bad road condition. Riazuddin further warned of launching hesitation, including blocking of the Asian Highway 102 if the government fails to look into the matter by October 10.
Bailey Bridge dagina Lilong Usoipokpi tabalambi si matam kayagi mamangdagi sembi dabana maram moirakanda atuki matik sokchen khiduna hojikti gari chathok chatsinda atuki matik apanbu oiba duga loinana khanghaudana ikhoigi anaek yam serious oiba patient sing puba kanda pho problem oiba haibadi hospital yaudabida punsi pikamna kiba yabagi mawong amadu oirakpa adu ngasi phawbada leiriba mari leinabo authority singsina haibadi mieng changbi daba sina maram oirakanda hairiba lambi asi athuba matamda lakiba hojik chaliba thasigi tang thara asi phawgi manungda leingakna
Red Coral Neuro Rehabilitation and Therapy Center was launched today at Nongmei Bungpurana Rajbari. Assistant Director of MSME DING Mani Roton and Secretary of Women Against Crime Erobita were the chief guests at the opening ceremony. Speaking on the occasion, proprietor of the center, Sapam Bimola, said the center was open, keeping in mind that health is wealth rather than going to other state for treatment. She appealed to the people to visit the center and avail the facilities provided at the center, adding that prevention is better than cure. She expressed wish to provide 24-hour service in the near future. The center will provide services on neuro, cardio and ortho and online services from well-known doctors across the country. It will further have the facility for in-house treatment to people from the remote part of the state, she said.
ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯤꯁꯤꯅ ꯄꯦꯔꯥꯂꯥꯏꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯔꯤꯍꯦꯕ ꯆꯠꯀꯗꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯇꯧꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯆꯠꯀꯗꯕꯅꯤ ꯀꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯑꯔꯥꯟꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯒꯥꯏꯗꯂꯥꯏꯟꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯩ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯐꯥꯎꯗ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯈꯟꯖꯔꯤꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯅꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯉꯩꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯅ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯊꯦꯔꯥꯄꯤ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯐꯒꯗꯒꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯁꯦ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯩ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯄꯥꯟ ꯆꯠꯄꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄꯦꯟꯗꯤꯆꯔ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯍꯦꯜꯂꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯁꯣꯊꯍꯧꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤ ꯈꯤꯇꯪꯗ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯁꯨ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯨꯔꯤꯈꯥꯎꯗ ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯍꯥꯞꯆꯟꯕ ꯉꯝꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤꯅ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯐꯔꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯉꯝꯗꯦ ꯏꯁꯣꯔꯅ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯕꯤꯔꯛꯄ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯔꯤꯉꯩ ꯕꯦꯁ ꯂꯦꯚꯦꯜꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯤꯅꯤꯡꯕꯗꯣ ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯄꯤꯅꯤꯡꯕ
ꯍꯦꯜꯊ ꯃꯈꯜ ꯀꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯝꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯥꯌꯣꯛꯅꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯈꯔ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯁꯥꯏꯠ ꯏꯐꯦꯛ ꯂꯩꯇꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯠꯃꯦꯟ ꯄꯤꯕ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯈꯜꯒꯤ ꯁꯦꯟꯇꯔ ꯑꯃ ꯍꯥꯡꯕꯁꯤꯗ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯐꯤꯖꯤꯑꯣꯊꯦꯔꯥꯄꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯁꯦꯟꯇꯔꯁꯤꯅ ꯄꯤꯒꯗꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯠꯃꯦꯟꯁꯤꯡ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯅ꯭ꯌꯨꯔꯣ ꯔꯤꯂꯦꯇꯦꯗ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯠꯃꯦꯟꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯍꯛꯆꯥꯡꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯕꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯞꯅ ꯇꯞꯅ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯔꯁꯥꯏꯖ ꯑꯁꯤꯅ ꯀꯤꯌꯣꯔ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯅꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯆꯥꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯐꯪꯍꯟꯕꯁꯤꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯖꯩ.
A team of Imphal police station arrested a person along with brown sugar from North AOC around 8:35 last morning. The arrested person has been identified as Mohammad Farizuddin, age 25, son of Mohammad Rahimuddin of Kwakta Ward number 2. According to police report, acting on a tip-off that brown sugar will be transported in a Tata Winger from Kwakta to Dimapur, the team of Imphal police station under the supervision of SP Imphal West District Police KSH Shivakanta conducted a search and checking operation at North AOC. During the operation, the team arrested Farizuddin and seized 630 grams of brown sugar, which was found patched on his lap using cello tape. As disclosed by Faziruddin, another name, Muhammad Samir Alais Hassan, age 27, son of Muhammad Laiharuddin of Kwakta Ward number 8, was also arrested. An FIR has been registered against them under NDPS Act at Imphal Police Station. The arrested persons have been remanded in police custody for 7 days. Now we have a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Welcome you all to Lunako Residential School at Chanum, Imphal East. An exclusive co-education residential school located on a sprawling 50-acre campus will be affiliated to CBSE New Delhi. First academic session will begin in April 2023 for classes 4 to 8. Hurry up for registration.
iPhone gi mapu oibiu iPhone gi mapu oibiu lakliba October gi tang kunmari nungthil pung ama taba matamda sumnatagi lupa chama khaktana iPhone gi mapu oibiu thamjariba pricing. First price iPhone 13 Pro Max, second price iPhone Mini 12 128GB, third price iPhone SE 2022 128GB amasung consolation price oina miyoi kontrada lupa chamnga pizagani. Ticket agent oibiningba singna lemna ticket tara amadi lupa lising manga gi mathakta fangbagi khudongchaba pizari. Ticket fangfam sing Sur Pharmacy Malom Bazar, Sanatombi Store Malom Bazar, Pan 150 Waheng Lekai Mobile Dukan, Ipak Offset Praise opposite Shanghai Express amasung FSC Office Kangabam Lekai near Vaiko Hotel, Panthoibi Pharmacy Lamfel near Lamjingba Hospital, Sorzini Hotel Moirang near Maibia Gas, Imphal College Gate Dukan Amur Dukan amasung Bembem Wholesale Dukan Patsoi Part 1. Draw Otfam Kaisampat Lemazam Lekai Community Hall. WhatsApp ki khuthangda ticket booking tawbagi khudong chaba pizari. Akupa marol gidamak pizari ba number sida contact tobiu 8787573129. Doctor Care app.
Welcome back. Affirming Prime Minister Narendra Modi's predicament that now is not the time of war, President of war-ravaged Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky thanked Prime Minister Modi for India's support. The development holds relevance as the Prime Minister dialed the Kyiv leader on Tuesday amid the Russia-Ukraine conflict and Kremlin leader Vladimir Putin declaring 4 regions of Ukraine as a formal part of Russia. In a telephonic conversation with Zelensky, Prime Minister Modi reiterated his call for early cessation of hostilities and a need to pursue the path of dialogue and diplomacy. Thanking the Prime Minister for his support of Ukraine integrity, Zelensky emphasized the importance of his recent statement wherein he deemed the period as wrong for any war. Zelensky and Prime Minister Modi held discussions on global food security, and a press release by the government of India stated that Ukraine was ready to continue acting as a guarantor of the world's food security. Both also talk about nuclear safety and cooperation within international agencies, mainly the United Nations. With Congress losing the chairmanship of Parliamentary Committee on Home Affairs in the latest rejig, all key parliamentary panels, External Affairs, Defense and Finance lie with the ruling BJP. Besides Home Affairs, Congress was also not given the chairmanship of Information and Technology in the latest reconstitution of parliamentary panels, which happens annually. Meanwhile, the chairmanship of 2 key parliamentary panels, Commerce and Chemicals, Fertilizers, are yet to be announced and likely to be given to Congress, sources said. The number of committees are allocated in accordance with the strength of the party in either house of the parliament. In the latest reconstitution of parliamentary panels notified by secretariats of both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, chairpersons of several committees have been changed. Congress MP Abhishek Manu Singhvi has been replaced by BJP MP and former DGP of Uttar Pradesh Brij Lal as the chairman of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Home Affairs. The government announced the removal of the 3-year window period of reconstructing of FM radio permissions within the same management group during the license period of 15 years, a move that is expected to pave the way for further expansion of such services in smaller cities. The decision to amend the policy guidelines on expansion of FM radio broadcasting services through private agencies, Phase 3, was taken at the meeting of the Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi last week. The amendments also include simplification of the financial eligibility norms to allow participation of companies with net worth of 1 crore rupees in the bidding process for category C and D cities. Earlier, the mandatory net worth of a company to participate in the bidding process was 1.5 crore in rupees. The government has also accepted the long-pending demand of the radio industry to remove the 15% national cap on channel holding, the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting said. Russian President Vladimir Putin has signed laws observing 4 Ukrainian regions into Russia, a move that finalizes the annexation carried out in defiance of international law. The documents were published on the Russian government website today morning. Earlier this week, both houses of the Russia Parliament ratified treaties making the Donetsk, Luhansk, Kherson and Zaporizhia region part of Russia. The formalities followed Kremlin-orchestrated referendums in the 4 regions that Ukraine and the West have rejected as a shame. The move comes as Moscow war in Ukraine has entered a new, more dangerous phase. Russia faces mounting setbacks on the battlefield, with Ukrainian forces retaking more and more land in the east and in the south, the very region Moscow has pushed to annex. The borders of the territories Russia is claiming still remain unclear, but the Kremlin has vowed to defend Russia's territory, the newly absorbed regions, too, with any means at its disposal, including nuclear weapons. Meanwhile, Zelensky declares that halting negotiations with Putin has become impossible after his decision to take over the 4 regions of Ukraine. Before we end the bulletin, let's look at the top news headlines once again. With that, it's a wrap for this evening news bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Have a great evening.